Language and objectivity. Close to the empiricism is the principle of objectivity, which makes linguistics a scientific study. So language is taken for granted as we've been familiar with language since childhood in a practical and unreflective manner. We take language for granted because we feel that language it's been with us for ages. So we do not reflect on the language. We do not think how language works. So it is taken for granted. Practical familiarity with language stands in the way of its subjective examination. So this is one of the reasons that we fail to examine language objectively or scientifically, because we feel that the language that we use is better, because every linguistic group feels that his language is better than the language of other groups. So this is one of the main hurdle in the study of language. For linguists, all languages are equal. All sorts of social, cultural and nationalistic prejudices are associated with the layman's view of language and a particular language. So the layman's notion is developed because of when layman feel that his society, his social group is better than others. So if this group is better, then it means that the language is better. They have a better culture and they have better nationalistic feeling. So they think that because of these influences, their language is better. So the linguists do not think that these influences can make one language better than the other, or purer than the other, or a primitive language cannot be better than any other language. So objectivity demands that prescriptive beliefs should be challenged and terms like pure and primitive are either clearly defined or rejected. So the objectivity principle demands that if any group of peoples make this claim that a certain language is better, they should come up with the notion why this language is better than the other. What is it about the language which makes it better than the language of the other group? So they should either define this principle or they should reject this principle. Objectivity is that it considers all languages to be equal. So for linguists, all languages are equal. Whether the language is being used by a small group of people living in Africa or in any big country of the world or any advanced country of the world, because language is being by human beings and human beings share the same faculty to use the language. There are no primitive, pure, beautiful, cultural or sophisticated languages. So we cannot say that a certain language is better, sophisticated, because it has more literate people in it, educated people in it, advanced people in it, or this is the language of any advanced country. So the objective study of language is hindered by various cultural, social and historical misconception about certain languages. So this objective principle is hindered by so many influences, whereas the linguist does not take in consideration all these things which bar him from studying the language scientifically and objectively.